Everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time to continue the main story here in Oxundu. Before we begin with the main story for today, we do need to grab the Aetheryte for Oxundu. So now we can get back here nice and easily without needing to use the airship. And now, before we do main story, there's a little gift for us as of patch 7.3. A free gift that I recommend everyone pick up before the end of patch 7.3 because it will be going away once patch 7.4 releases, which is probably going to be... Okay, I'm recording this August 10th. I'm going to make a claim here about when exactly the next patch is going to release. 7.4 is going to release, I'm calling it now, December 16th. Slightly less likely, December 23rd. It won't be that impressive of a guess. They've been very consistently doing 19 weeks between major story patches. And that is 19 weeks out from patch 7.3, so... if I'm right, it's not that impressive. It's gonna be mid-early December. Anyways, here in Old Gridania, we head all the way over here to, you guessed it, we've got another free Fantasia. Well, now that we should meet yet again, and just as I was given another file of Fantasia from my minstrel friend. It's clearly fate's design that you should have it, so do take it with you, Kupo. They just love giving us these free Fantasias as the graphics update continues. Every time they adjust player models, they're going to be doing this. Alright, this is our fourth one. Awesome. Back we go to Oxundu. And while we're here, we should also be able to unlock a porter in the area. So let's grab that as well, just to be thorough. There you are, the Summoning Stone. The stone bears a striking resemblance to a chocobo. Alright. Got our next Summoning Stone unlocked, now we can do the main story. Now that we've got easy travel to and from Oxundu. Alright, so it was back up these stairs, I believe. And then we need to speak with the chief. Actually, we're speaking with Alpha now. Could we not just leave the key to the Forbidden Land in the island-eating whale's belly? I mean, I can think of worse places to keep it. No? I thought not. Yeah, that is still a primal, so... Alphino has that familiar look in his eye, which can mean only one thing. So as this law is home to forbidden secrets, accessible only to the bearer of a key which the Archbishop covets. Much as I'd like to believe it's safe within the belly of Bismarck, the Knights of the Heavensward wield primal powers. If we do not slay the whale and claim the key first, they surely will. Quite how we will go about it is another matter. As was the case in our battle with Leviathan, we are out of our element, and this time we have far fewer allies to call upon. Be that as it may, our customary approach still holds true. We must begin by learning more about the White. Let us each question the residents of the village, then regroup and share our findings anon. Alright, let's get learning! Everything we can about Bismarck. Lonuvanu, what do you know? If netherlings seek knowledge of the White, then speak with Kunuvali, foremost keeper of tales. But neglect not to present self with humility and respect. As sun yields to moon and moon to sun, netherlings must greet Kunuvali with a bow. Kunuvali. Got it. So I do believe the Zundu, and really the Vanu in general, are based on real-world cultures. I want to say that I have been told they are based on the Maori and other Pacific Islander cultures. I'm not going to make statements on whether I think they are well done, because I don't know enough to know if that's true or not. Then the quantity of crystals needed to sustain Bismarck would exceed that consumed by the Leviathan. Well, that's terrifying if true. Where does he get all these crystals? Who summoned him? I assume it was the other Vanu Vanu, the ones over here in Vunduok Bendu. But still, Jesus! Leviathan took a lot of crystals in general. Zephyr winds at your back and sunshine to warm your brow, traveler from below. Kunavali, keeper of tales, hears your words and she remembers. In times long ago in lands elsewhere, before even the Cloud Sea, the White is one among many. Newborn, he swims beside his many brothers in seas of endless water. But hated the White is, for his brothers are purest black. So great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him and render his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again, for merciful gods raise him to the heavens, and there he is reborn. The White still longs for the sea to which he cannot return. But in rebirth, a splinter of the divine is shared, and so he opens his maw. From whence come the clouds, and a new sea is born, but home to him alone. Content, he gazes below and sees others who are as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence, he raises up isles of earth, and guides these people to the Cloud Sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth and the salvation of the Vanu. May it never be forgot. But this demon which menaces the Cloud Sea, his rage is that of the Vundu, his hunger that of a wild beast. The isles are his gift to us, yet now he must consume them. Kunavali knows no tales like this. Okay, so Bismarck is not quite like the Bismarck of their legends. So fun fact about oral storytelling. To my knowledge, it's actually one of the more reliable ways of passing on information through the years. Like, it is known that many cultures that have oral storytelling traditions to pass down information and stories can pass down information with a, much higher information retention rate than you would expect if you grew up in a Western, European culture. To the point, I think the information retention is higher than that of methods used by European cultures, higher than writing. It is very, very cool, actually. I've heard stories of incidents where different cultures come into contact with each other and the oral storytelling passed down through the generations exactly matched what we know to have happened, what other sources claim to have happened, down to very, very minute details, to even more minute details than other sources would actually be able to recall. It is very neat. And I'm glad that there are cultures in this world that, in the world of Final Fantasy XIV, that actually make use of oral storytelling. Personally, I've seen enough of that flying feathered whale already. So according to the Vanu Vanu, the Sea of Clouds and the Floating Isles were gifts from Bismarck to his people. Gifts which he has taken to eating, yes. Technically within his rights, I suppose, if perhaps a little ungenerous. Gods, eh? But what have you, Alphino? What did you learn aught of value? Alas, no. Unless you have an interest in the intricacies of Vanu sky fishing. Sky fishing? My gods, that's it! Alphino, my boy, I could kiss you! From what we have observed, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. When wounded by the Imperials, it fled, but not before devouring another island to restore its strength. What I propose is this. We tow a suitably appetizing island through the Sea of Clouds, in essence, fishing for our flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapnels into the beast's hide, then reel it in close, enabling our resident Icon Slayer to engage it directly. A bold plan, Master Garland, but an exceedingly dangerous one. Should Satora fail to subdue the creature, she would almost certainly be eaten along with the rest of your appetizing island. Oh, she won't fail, and if anything does go wrong, I'll be at the helm of the Enterprise ready to tow her out of trouble. I wouldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. Nor I. I trust you have no objections to my joining you as well. Not at all, the more the merrier. Right then, it seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do if the Enterprise is to be ready for our fishing trip. Well, you two must need to find me some bait. And not just any island, mind. I want a mouthful at most. Alright, we're going fishing for a whale. Alright, next time on Final Fantasy XIV. We got a few more job quests to do. And when we're back from that later this week, time to go fishing. I'll see everyone next time for that.